Hi, my name is Tom Lee. I'm an associate professor of politics at Pomona College. I've written about soft power over the years, covering issues such as sports, pop culture, Godzilla. This is Office Hours. First question, what is soft power? Soft power is a concept introduced by Harvard professor Joseph Nye in 2012. In theory, soft power allows a state to influence others through non-hard power tools such as culture and political values. In practice, this usually looks like pop culture, trade, language, and any other thing that isn't coercive like military capabilities. What was unique about this contribution to the theory was that it focused on non-military or coercive forms of international relations. It helped explain how conflict was generally going down throughout the world, the rise of globalization, and the positive developments in global peace and stability. Next question, what are examples of soft power and which countries currently use soft power effectively? A popular example of soft power is Hallyu, or Korean pop culture, which can be music, television dramas, food, and beauty products. South Korea has put a lot of time and money into promoting its soft power, where its brands and celebrities have become quite well known. The US and Japan enjoy soft power as well. Apple, Nintendo, Sony, Disney are global brands that help make the presence of these countries part of the daily life of billions of people around the world. One thing to consider, however, is the growth of these brands, and hence soft power may be a reflection of their economic power more so than ever. China has put a lot of energy in promoting its soft power, but has struggled to overcome negative sentiment in many countries. The Confucius Institutes, which are designed to spread knowledge of China, for example, are seen with suspicion in many places. It may not be effective soft power. Most countries won't adjust their foreign policy based on how good looking a pop star is or how catchy a tune is. What it can help, though, is increase tourism, interest among young people, and provide some economic growth opportunities. Next question, how do ordinary people experience soft power in their daily lives? Basically, consumption. Soft power works when people buy things, and this is why the concept is hard to measure. Is it shared values, or one-time purchases of fun things? How do we know if soft power is replacing hard power when a decision is made? It's very hard to measure, but we know it matters because governments think it matters. This is what we call a social reality with material consequences. Next question, are there limits to soft power, and when does it fail to influence international outcomes? There are a lot of limits to soft power. So many limits that I don't think it really works. However, it doesn't hurt a country to share its culture and increase trade. We also know that hard power doesn't work a lot of the time, and the consequences of hard power are far more dire. What may be interesting to pay attention to is how soft power is shaping the minds of young people. I'm talking about little kids who will be leaders decades from now. If you grow up loving K-pop Demon Hunters, Pokemon, WizKid, and other soft power exports, then maybe you'll just have a positive view of a country and are more willing to engage with them. One odd historical example of having a positive view of a place having a monumental impact would be Harry Stimson, Secretary of War during World War II. He personally stood in the way of the atomic bomb used on Kyoto because he had positive experiences visiting the city before the war. This may not be the sole reason for sparing the city, but it helped strengthen his more strategic and political convictions. Next question, is soft power becoming more important than military power in shaping global opinion? I don't think soft power will replace hard power because in many ways it relies on hard power. Countries with strong militaries usually have strong economies, and soft power spreads well when you have a big presence elsewhere, which also occurs with the military. Baseball spread very much so because of US military bases. Language is critical for the spreading of one's culture, and English is the most popular global language, and is very much a colonial language. And in the end, when soft power fails, countries will turn to hard power.